Chat, season 2, far too early tier list. It's only been 4 days, but everyone begs for these a bajillion times every single day. And you know what? In 2 weeks from now, when we all realize we're all wrong, I'll remake another one. Okay? First up, the myth, the man himself, Groot. Still S tier. Didn't get any nerfs. That's a perma ban. Arguably the best, most important ban to get every single game. If you don't ban Groot, Groot just kind of shits on everyone else. Like, Groot can kind of just like solo an entire lobby if you're really at him. I perma ban him. Every lobby I've ever been in since the start of the new season, pretty much perma ban. Same thing from the end of last season, perma ban every single game. Arguably best tank in the game. I'm gonna put a little caveat on the top of it because I think best tank in the game. But if you ban them all the time, obviously they're not the best tank in the game. We'll get there in a minute. Magneto hasn't lost his spot. Still one of the best tanks in the game. Maybe not number one right now, or not number one anymore, but still absolutely. You can play every single game, turn your brain off. Don't even think about your comp. Just pick Mag every game and you'll be fine. Works in everything. Works with Groot, works with Emma, works with Venom, works with Hulk, works with Strange, although Strange, we'll get there in a minute. Works with Cap. Yeah, you'll be fine. Just pick Mag, you'll be fine. Venom. I think Venom's really damn good. I don't think he's quite to the same level as Magneto, but I'd say a solid A. Dive, unfortunately, okay. If you didn't see my tweet the other day, maybe you saw the Reddit post somewhere. There was this post on the top of the Marvel Rivals subreddit. The Dive is just too much now, man. Basically complaining about Dive being too strong, and I laughed because I have played these games before. Really kind of regret not making that video I was going to make where it seems like Rivals players just want Overwatch. And I don't think they even know that they want Overwatch. They don't even know it. They don't even know what they're asking for. Dive is not that strong. There's a bajillion ways to shut it down right now. Although, Dive's being played a lot too, like at least in ranked, right? Like people will pick them and do well, but like there are ways to stop it. And they're pretty damn good ways to stop it. But I don't think you understand what you're asking for. Someone told me that in the replies of that, one of the top replies was asking for a support with a shield, and I thought that was hilarious. You don't know what you're asking for. Regardless though, Venom's pretty damn good. Peni Parker. Dude, why am I the only streamer? Hang on, no. I want you to sit the down for a second. Why am I the only streamer that when I place them low on a tier list, everyone loses their shit, starts shitting their pants, and starts going meh! Like every goddamn time? Sit there right now and tell me who's the worst tank in the game. Someone has to be last. You can't sit there and not say anyone. You have to pick. Thing? Yeah, I'm sorry. You're terrible. Sorry. No, listen, I'm not trying to... Okay, I was going to say I'm not trying to flame you, but I kind of did. You said thing unironically? Stop talking. There is one other decent answer right now, and it's probably either Thor or Strange. Everybody knows it's not Strange, though. Thor, maybe. That's, I think, just because people are scared to play Thor. I actually think Thor Loki is actually pretty damn good. I think people are just scared to play Thor because he's just not... He doesn't bring as much value as other tanks do. I mean, like, widely thought of as. If you think Thor, though, is worse than Peni, I think you're crazy. If you think Strange is worse than Peni, I think you're crazy. And before some goblin starts losing his goddamn shit, I don't give a if you find 2, 3, 4 people that can run Peni Parker in high elo. I don't give a 1, 2, 3, 4 people does not mean the character's good. Someone has to be last. That being said, Peni did get some sizable buffs. 3, actually. And a stealth buff. The 3 buffs. Faster movement speed while left clicking. Or less movement speed reduction. 2, an extra 100 health. Oh my god, wait, what was it? Oh, and it can headshot. You would think those 3 buffs would be enough to make the meta. Did not even come close. That being said, I think they've definitely bumped up a tier. I think Penny's much better than they were last season. Absolutely. I think they're much better than last season. If you think Peni is anything better than the last worst tank in the game, you are crazy. But that's only because somebody has to be last. Someone has to be last. Chat, we're not playing games with participation trophies. Not everyone gets to be first place. Someone has to come in last. And that's last. But look, it's a good last. The buffs helped. She's much better. And the reason why I'm going to put her here is because I think Thor is also slept on. I think Thor is absolutely slept on. I think that people are afraid to play Thor because he doesn't bring as much as, say, Groot or Mag or Venom or Cap or Emma. And so he's just like high damage. He's just basically a DPS character. He's a fat DPS. That's pretty much it. That being said, though, character's pretty good. Like, if you bump into a good Thor, they're scary. Does that mean that they're going to get more value than a scary Groot or a scary Magneto? No. Thor gets melted by Emma now, though. Go on. You're almost there. Come on. I know the connection's almost there. Say it with me now. Just because they don't get as much value as a different pick doesn't make them bad. It just means the other one is much stronger or easier or gets more value for less effort. Which is why, because you said that, I'm gonna jump ahead really quick and put Emma in the S tier. I think Emma is the best tank in the game, barring Groot bans. Barring Groot bans. As long as you ban Groot every game, best tank in the game. This is actually an example of a fat DPS, but actually a tank fat DPS. Emma's a DPS and a tank. She's both. Emma can actually just assassinate supports, can assassinate anyone. Like the biggest 1v1 brawler by far is Emma. You know what Emma also is really good at? Shitting on Hulk. You know what Emma's also really good at? Shitting on Strange. You know what Emma's also really good at? Shitting on Thor. You know what Emma's also pretty damn good at? Shitting on Peni. You know what Emma's pretty damn good at as well? Shitting on Venom. Maybe not shitting on Venom, sorry. Slows him down. Doesn't shit on Venom. Slows him down for sure. You know what Emma's also pretty damn good at? Shitting on Cap. So, to your point earlier, yeah, Thor does kind of get shut down by Emma, but that's because Emma's fucking. You didn't hear that from me, though. She's broken. Okay, keep it between us. Thing! I think Thing definitely got bumped down a tier. Thing definitely got bumped down a tier this season. Oh, he only got a 5% nerf to his E, but like, it was pretty sizable, 1, and 2, he lost his spot to Emma, I think. So like, what made Emma so good, or sorry, what made Thing so good with Thing Mag is you stopped from getting kidnapped by Wolverine. And so you can just play Emma now and just hit your crystal form or diamond form, and you can't get kidnapped by Wolverine, right? So you don't need to play it. You do more damage, you're better survivable, you're just overall way better. And Thing doesn't perform well with Groot on the field. So if Groot's banned, then Thing can be played, but Emma's just better. And then if you're playing Dive, you'd rather play Mag and Venom. And Venom at least has the niche of Dive. Thing is just kind of, like, he's not bad. He just isn't as good as everything else right now. But like, I still think he's like an okay pick. Just like, you know, shit, I've actually put myself in a bit of a precarious position here. I've put myself in a bit of a precarious position because I want to throw Hulk in A. But Hulk is definitely better than Thing. But Thing is definitely better than Thor. But not by like that, like not like an insane amount. But like, I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, Hulk is definitely better here. Venom is definitely better here, but not by much. Like, it's like, okay. Nah, it's fine. We could just roll with it. It's not that big of a deal. Hulk's really good, though. Hulk's really, really good. The Namor team up is pretty decent. It's pretty strong. It's not like, I think the Luna team up was better. But here's the thing. Emma absolutely shits on Hulk. Like, absolutely kicks his teeth in. Like, makes him get on his knees and call her mommy. It's actually gross. Like, dude, all you do is if Hulk pops ult, you pop diamond form, you choke slam him into the ground, you wait a half a second, you go pum pum, he stands back up, Then you right click him into the wall. He hits the wall. He gets stunned. It takes him time to recharge his jump. And so while you're like, okay, so you slam him, 3-second cooldown starts. Boom, boom, you hit him twice. You wait a half a second, then kick him to the wall. He slams into the wall, hits the wall, gets stunned, has to recharge his jump again. And by the time his jump gets recharged, your E is pretty much back up online. You slam him to the ground again, bump, bump, and then you kick him to the wall again. He literally can't do anything. You actually just destroy his entire existence. That being said, though, he's still really good. But like in ranked, if you just want to pick, you just pick Emma. Like if their Hulk is good and it's your backline, you just turn around and you just blow him up. Same with Thor. Thor wishes he could do what Emma can do. Like you can sit there and cope and see all you want, but Emma just is insane compared to Thor. This might be a bit of a surprise to you. I think Strange is bottom 3 tank in the game right now. Bottom 3 for sure. I think if we're terms of like who is the best among this group, Strange potentially could be the best. Thor could even potentially be better. I would probably say Strange is more useful, right? Because at least with Strange, you can TP back. And I guess you kind of enable the new Scarlet Witch team up, which low key, yo, hey, I think people are sleeping on that team up. That team up is crazy. Like if Strange was good, unironically, if Strange was really strong, like from like season 1, like season 1 power, I think you'd play Scarlet Witch and you'd play Strange every game. Like unironically, I think that team up alone it makes Witch really good. Small hint later, but because Strange kind of sucks now, like he's not good at anything. You know, his Strange. Okay, you want to play Strange? TP. That's it. Why play Strange? There's no reason to. You only play Strange to TP now. Kind of ass. Captain America is on the come up. Captain America, oh my god, good Captain America players, terrifying. Unfortunately though, Emma Frost still exists, and you can just get chokeslammed on the ground, kicked into a wall. But he's really good. Like the thing is though, you have to actually be good at Cap, and there's not that many good Cap players at the moment. So it's way easier to just play Mag, way easier to play Emma, way easier to play Groot. But yeah, Cap's really goddamn good. Really tanky, really scary, really good at staying alive. Makes fights really hell for support players. My hot take is if Rocket wasn't meta or wasn't like the best support in the game right now, Cap would be probably played the most. I think it would be Cap. Actually, no, it depends on Groot. I guess Cap would potentially be the top of A. If it was like Luna Invis or like Invis Cloak or something like that. Because Rocket is so good, like you just walk up on a wall and you can't really do anything to him as Cap. It actually makes it a little bit tough. But he's really, really good. Really, really good. BP? Yo, BP kind of sucks. Pretty bad. There's actually like no reason to play him. I'll give him extra points for just having the ability to just delete a support if they're not paying attention. But he kind of shit, you know? Dive is... I mean, if you're going to play Dive, you play like Spidey. There's not much else to really say, though. Unfortunately, he's bugged, too. What's his bug? Oh, he gets no regs? Ooh, it's tough. Black Widow. Yeah, I'm going to just do it. Black Widow is probably in that D tier. Mantis isn't really that great this season. She's not bad, but like she's not really getting played. Mantis is like what you kind of need to make Widow work. With Spidey Venom being playable and being good, like good, not like broken, like not meta, but good, right? With that being playable and strong, Widow just doesn't even exist. I haven't seen a Widow do anything. I actually saw Widow do way better in season 1. Is that crazy? Like season 1 Widow before all the buffs, I think was better. Like with double shield was meta and like there wasn't like really good dive tanks like Venom and like Hulk was banned every game. Widow was actually pretty playable. And now it's just like, it's so ass. Hawkeye, I think is really, he was actually getting hard banned the first day or two of ranked. And then people found out what was really meta and went, ooh, we got to ban that instead. And then people stopped playing Hawkeye. Couldn't tell you. He's still goddamn good though. He's really goddamn good. If you get a game where it's just a Hawkeye player who just kills everybody, this is like arguably the hardest carry hero in the game. If you actually have someone that comes in every game and just hits every shot. That doesn't happen that often though, for some reason. Still really good. Hela, easy S tier. Still one of the best DPS in the game, if not the best DPS in the game. Consistently. Sorry, let me say consistently. Maybe not the strongest DPS in the game though at the moment. there's someone else, which I'm going to get to in a sec. This guy, the Human Torch, has made such a comeback. The Vape Man went from being arguably the worst, or not arguably, one of the worst DPS in the game to a permaban every game. Yeah, he's banned every goddamn game, chat. Every game. He is so strong, right? So what's made him so strong? He's just gotten a bunch of buffs over time. Triple Tank is also pretty strong right now. And Torch kind of torches tanks. So, plus they also made his movement a little bit better. So he's so strong. He's just like, he just does everything. He's just a nightmare to deal with. Especially if Hela gets banned. If Hela gets banned, Torch goes crazy. But Torch is getting banned almost every single game. So it is what it is. Iron Fist. My DP, my tank bias wants to put him in S tier. I'm really thinking about it. I'm really, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm putting Iron Fist in S tier. They broke this guy. He's actually so fucking now. He melts everyone. Melts supports, melts tanks. For some godforsaken reason, he also can just fly across the entire map too. It's wild. If you have a good Iron Fist player who just runs at you in a straight line and you play tank, if you are not playing Emma Frost, you can't do anything. I can't tell you how frustrating my games have been if somebody insta-locks Emma Frost from me and then doesn't know how to fight Iron Fist. I just get beat up. I'm actually getting stuffed in a locker the entire game, and he just sits there going, and there's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is you pick Emma Frost, he walks up, and you go, haha. Boom! Boom! And you just kick him in the wall and he just explodes. He just gets annihilated. But you have to actually save your cooldown to f his ass up. These government brainlets don't ever do it. And it drives me crazy. So, that being said though, I think he's insane. He's actually so good. Arguably could have put him in A tier, but I'm going to put some tank bias in this one. S tier. Iron Man. I low-key think Iron Man's actually not bad. No, he's actually not that good. Well, I don't think he's... Well, actually, let me look at the rest of this list really quick. This is subject to change. I might change this one in a bit. I'm going to leave him in C for now. The reason why I think I'm leaving him in C is just like... For flyers, you play Torch. Storm is still better. I'm trying to think, like, what are the situations you would want to pick him? Seagull said Iron Man has the highest win rate. Yeah, but that's off of Rivals Tracker, and I don't trust Rivals Tracker anymore for win rates after how different their numbers were from the official ones that got released at the end of season 1 from win rates and ranks. It was so different. Like the data looked like it was from 2 different games. So I don't trust it that much anymore. That could very well be true, but I actually don't trust it. I'm gonna leave this here for now. I might potentially move it, but I want to get through more of these and see where we go. Magic. Magic, in my opinion, is one of those characters that like I feel like everyone sleeps on and can be really strong. But I also just haven't seen many Magics this season. I'm going to probably throw her in the B. I just don't see them that often, and when I have seen them, they haven't been scary. You know, maybe it's because Emma's so good. And because Iron Fist is better, and because like people are playing Hela, Iron Fist, a couple other things, we'll get there in a second. I just haven't seen as many of them, and I'm wondering why. I think she's still good, but maybe because it's triple tank. And maybe because it's also Emma. Like Emma makes it really hard. But I don't think Magic's bad. I'm just this placing is purely off of just what I've seen. TBH. You know what I have seen? My guy, Mr. Fantastic with the glow up. That guy's got the biggest glow up of Rivals so far. Went from shitter F tier character to A tier, maybe even S tier if you're insane. These guys have been practicing in the dungeons of ranks for 2 months, waiting for this guy to be good, and now he finally is, and they're actually insane. He's literally unkillable until you get his shift out, just like it always has been, but it's so much harder to force his shift, and he does so much more damage now, and he's actually spooky. I've bumped into a couple Mr. Fantastic who just take over the whole game. Like, they just have most of limbs, most damage. It's crazy. It's actually disgusting. If you haven't picked up some Fantastic, that would probably be like, you're buying a little bit late. Maybe it's like a little bit of a GameStop situation. You might be a little bit late to the party, but we're still going up, baby. Moon Knight. All right. This might be a hot take. Everyone and their moms have been saying Moon Knight. Oh my God, they buffed the Moon Knight. Moon Knight's so good. They buff him. Dude, nobody plays him. He sucks balls. Like, even against Triple Tank, like, dude, doesn't shit. He's just there. Like, where I want to know where all these people came from. Like, the start of the season, I swear to God, I had so many games where people were like, oh my God, Moon Knight's so good. Oh, Moon Knight's insane. And then I beat them every goddamn game. And then when I have it on my team, they are the worst player. It's not even close. I don't know what it is. He's terrible. I don't know what it is. I don't know why everyone thought he was going to be broken as shit. Moon Knight is just such a fat target to hit. Yeah, exactly. He just gets rolled. He's actually, I feel like he's shit. I don't know where all these people thought he was going to be the most broken character of all time, but he's just not good. You know what? Because of that, I'm going to move Iron Man up to B. I do not think Moon Knight and Iron Man are the same tier. I think Iron Man's better than Moon Knight. Moon Knight for just shit. Namor. So Namor's interesting because some people think he's broken with the Gamma team up. I actually think the Gamma team up is worse than Luna. I think the Luna team up was better. He's still very good. He's not bad. I'm not trying to say that or anything, but I don't really like investing in the Hulk as much as like the Mag Emma. Unless you run Triple Tank, which I guess is fine. But yeah, the only thing about the Squid is like if you just don't kill it, like if you just let it sit there and let it go crazy, then that can do a lot. Gamma has a team up bug with LOS and flankers. Oh yeah, I know about the bug. The bug is fixed? Oh, it is fixed. Okay. I was gonna say, even with the bug, like I don't think it would change too much, at least for me. He's still very good. Not as OP as I think a lot of people think though, but he's also like another good against dive character. Another good against dive, good against dive. Can be playable versus against dive. Good against dive. Although I wouldn't recommend like at the high level. Extremely good against dive, these two. Good against dive. Like there's a lot of things that you can kind of do. But yeah. Psylocke. I'm gonna buy into the hype. I'm gonna buy into the Psylocke hype. I feel like a lot of people have been playing Psylocke and doing very, very well with her because of the new Emma Frost team up, and it's really good. I think Psylocke's a little overrated, but I still have to respect that I see her almost every single game. So I'm gonna give it the S. Although I think it's probably more of an A. I think in 2 weeks from now, when we remake the tier list, when everybody's figured out like the actual meta, it's gonna get dropped down to A. I think that's what's gonna end up happening. But right now, everyone's picking Psylocke almost every single game, especially with Emma team up. Seems really strong. It does really well. I think it's a little overhyped though. Okay, all right, you guys ready for some real hot takes? Hear me out. Pause. With the team up, this is my buy low and it's gonna be a sell high. It's my buy low. I think everyone's sleeping. I think everyone's fast asleep. I think everyone's scared to pick her because of the past, you know? But here's the thing. Strange is not that good. Strange is not that good. But if you get the team up, it's so good. Here's the thing though. If you're picking Strange, you're going to be in a worse situation. So like, give and take. But when I'm ranking these, I have to also think about like, not just the team comps you're going to play it with, but also like, what is their peak power? What is their potential? And at the moment, I have not seen many Witch team up players, but the few really good Witch team up players that I've bumped into are disgusting. This is my stalking horse. This is the thing I am putting like I I want to be ahead of the curve, right? If we find out in 2 weeks that Witch Strange is insane, you were here, okay? If it ends up getting knocked down a tier, who cares? But like, I think this is probably like the realistic one. This is the realistic, like, okay, like really good, but could be better. This is the I'm optimistic and I want to be ahead of everyone else in making the prediction. Spidey. This is probably gonna be crazy putting next to, but Spidey is also really good. Spidey is really damn good. The Spidey players have all come out this season. I don't know what it is. Dive is like not that good, but all the Spidey players are out and they've like learned how to play against it. And they get value. They get actually good value. I will say though, the Spidey players are the most delusional players of the player base by far, because they will die 26 times, but they'll finish with 30 final blows, and then they'll complain at their teammates and be like, you guys are terrible. And it's like, my brother in Christ, yes, you have 26 final blows. You also have 26 deaths, and so you're running in every time and getting a trade, and it's not that valuable. So they are giant stat padders, and that's okay. It's kind of their job. But at the same time, though, you have to acknowledge that they are, in fact, Delulu. Don't come after me, okay? Come after me. We both know it's true. We both know it's true. I'm not saying you're a bad person. They get back fast, though. That's the key. Exactly. They always say they get back fast. They always say it. Everyone always says, I get back fast, though. You know who also gets back fast? Strange with a TP. If I go into their team and I feed my brains out, I won't say, oh, I'm going to get back fast and then TP. You know what I mean? That's stupid. That you would be like, why are we burning the TP? Well, why did you die? See, same thing, same logic can be applied. That's all. Okay, but Strange can only do that once. But I'm not talking about how many times you can do it. I'm talking about the logic behind it. It's not even comparable. How is it not comparable? If your Strange goes and feeds and dies, you can go, oh, I'll come back, I'll TP. If the Spidey feeds and dies, he just swings back fast. That, are you just stupid, or do you put effort into being stupid every day, or is it come natural? What do you mean? You can't waste swings? It has nothing to do with wasting swings. You fed your brains out. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you can come back fast. You died. The fight's over. Anyways, Sqirrel Girl. Listen, all right. You know what? Let me do you a favor. There you go. All right, you feel better now? Because not the worst, but like it's not. Let's not get it twisted. It's not good. Everyone says, "Oh no, she's strong." Where are you? Haven't seen a single Sqirrel Girl player in any of my games that hasn't been terrible. Where are you? Hello? Hey. Hello? Where are they? I don't see them. I haven't seen them in any of my games. I got a bunch of games this season. I watch other people stream sometimes. Never see them. Where are they? She's strong in low elo. Do you know who was also strong in low elo last season? Scarlet Witch. Did anyone say that Witch was strong last season? Nope. Why? Because we don't make tier lists based on the ability of players who can't aim. You gotta have at least some mechanical skill. Of course the characters who aim for you are gonna be a little better. Of course the character you can pick that spams down a choke and you stand there is gonna be a little bit better. That's okay. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Doesn't make you a bad person for playing them. You can't sit there and look me in the eyes and go, hey, you lured into your Eternity lobby. You lured into your top 500 lobby. What do your teammates pick? Oh yeah? Well, I got a Psylocke and I got a Human Torch. What do you got? I got a Sqirrel Girl. Look. Star-Lord. Am I still high on Star-Lord? I think he's still probably one of the best DPS in the game. Yeah. Yeah. Star-Lord's still insane. I think he's like, Star-Lord's like one of those few characters you can pick every single game, turn your brain off and be fine. Like Psylocke you probably don't want to play unless like you have the team up as much. Iron Fist you probably can play every game. Torch you can play every game. Hela you can play every game. Star-Lord you can play every game. I think, even though with the nerf, I think he's still really good. I think the nerf didn't knock him off Still super playable. The entire roster is A tier. Hello. Welcome to this thing we call in former games power creep. When everybody gets buffed, everybody works their way up towards the top of the list. This season, almost everybody in the entire game is pretty strong. Some are stronger than others, some are more oppressive than others, but they're all pretty goddamn strong. They all have power in their own separate ways. Balanced game? Yeah, kind of balanced game. Not wrong. But also in another way, though, they're all really fun. So, yeah. Storm. I think Storm's pretty good. I just don't think she's like as good as some of these ones up here. Very strong though. But I'd probably say like same thing as like Magic. Like don't see as much of Storm. Hela's still really good. So if like Hela's not banned, like you can't really play Storm. But yeah, Storm's still really good. I just don't think as much value as these upper rows, unfortunately. Punisher. Bit of a hot take, maybe. I don't think Punisher's very good. I think Punisher had a bit of a fall off. I don't think there's the only reason you pick Punisher is if the Groot's in the game. And if Groot's banned, then why pick Punisher? You know? You do have the Rocket team up every single game, which is nice and makes him better. But like, there's just so many viable, strong DPS this season. Like, why pick Punisher? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you get the team up, but that's like once every 40 seconds you're valuable for a little bit. I've seen Gale take over games with Punisher. I've also seen God take over lobbies. Does that mean we should you know, make tier lists based off of like God's powers? No. Anyways, just saying. It's not like not saying it's like terrible. You know what, actually? Let's knock BP down a tier, just so we can really drive home that he's not terrible. He's just not like a, you know what I mean? It's like not one of those ones that like you could just play other stuff and you'll probably be okay. You know what I mean? Winter Soldier. Bucky got some pretty sizable nerfs, but I still think he's pretty good. I'm thinking low A, maybe high B. Thinking low A. I think low A is fair. Low A is probably fair. I think if Groot wasn't getting banned every game and Groot was played, you'd see more Bucky. And he's pretty good against dive, so if they do have a Venom, they do have a Spidey, it's actually not that bad. Because especially if like you don't have the Hulk team up, Namor's not as good. Like let's say you have Hulk, then Namor's the way to go, but if you don't have a Hulk, then like Bucky's probably the way to go. Yeah. But like they're both like equally viable in a lot of different ways, right? Like that doesn't mean like one is necessarily better than the other because you have to commit to having a second character to enable the team up while you don't need the enabling for this, right? Sorry, dumb question, but why is Bucky good against Groot? It's not a dumb question, that's a good question. The reason why Bucky's good against Groot is Groot's whole shtick is about controlling angles and really just bullying their front line and bullying them out. What you can do with Bucky is if you catch their Groot in between walls, hook him into your team, and then punch him deep into the enemy lines, like your own team, like deep punch him into your back line. He can't really do much because like he might have just his iron wall. He doesn't have movement, so he has to like kind of like you know, start hoofing his way out and like maybe put a wall underneath him or put it behind him. And a lot of times because he doesn't have that movement ability and because he doesn't have really good like he doesn't have like a good defensive ability like a shield or a bubble or a movement ability, right? He kind of just gets cooked. So that displacement really them much harder than other tanks because he holds certain spots really well, right? If Groot's in his own world, he rolls you, but if you pull him out of that spot and displace him, he just gets f***ed. So Bucky's really good at that. Last but not least, Wolverine. Low key, I think Wolverine's still insane. But he's not getting banned every game, so I can't put him in S. That being said, I think the reason also why I'm not as scared of Wolverine anymore is Emma. Emma just kicks his ass. Oh my god, I can't tell you the joy it brings me when a Wolverine's running at me like this, and I'm just like, and he goes up and he goes for the slash, and I just immediately go, boom, kick, boom, boom, boom. I just send him to the Shadow Realm, and he just like disappears. Yeah, Iron Fist is way better at it. Iron Fist, at least Iron Fist, you can block the grab, right? Like if you do it well. Wolverine's got nothing. So like Emma just absolutely kicks his teeth in, and it's so funny. So yeah, Wolverine gets knocked down a tier. Still really good though. I'm gonna rearrange the A. I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna rearrange them as like top of A to bottom of A, just so you guys are like not confused. I don't normally do that, but for this one I really do need to. So like left is top of A, right is A-. Does that make sense? Cool. Adam Warlock. Adam's still pretty damn good. I'm not gonna put him any higher than a B, just because I'm not seeing him played as much, but like he also gets banned sometimes still. The nerf was pretty strong. I think it's more of like a really high lobby type of thing where you have like synergy or team play, or if you bump into a stack, but then like solo queue play is not as good. So I gotta put him like somewhere middle of the road. But he's still really good. Like the nerf, yeah, sucked, but it didn't make him like unplayable or anything. Invis, I would say is still good, still very good. Not S tier just because. Well, hang on. There's 3 others that are like guaranteed S tier. This might move. Let me move on. I'll get there in a minute. Jeff is solid. Jeff is pretty damn good. DPS Jeff, terrifying. Thing is though, right now is there's a lot of ways to avoid his ult, which his ult is like kind of like the big scary for a lot of people. Jeff's really good on the flank, DPS Jeff, but like not like a good healing Jeff, like not like a 2 support, maybe like a 3 support thing, you know. So it is what it is. Loki though has our first S tier support. Our first S tier support. Yeah, he got nerfed a little bit, but unfortunately though, that was not enough to knock him off. I mean, maybe not unfortunately. Sorry, let me take that back. I like Loki. He just kind of like does it all. His rune's still good. He does really good damage, really good heals. Being able to copy the support ult always is just insane. Loki can just do it all. Luna, the other really good S tier support, or one of the other S tier supports that's really, really good. Luna's just insane. 12 minute ult. A lot of games actually, Loki gets banned now. Loki's like one of the top bans. Groot gets banned a lot. Torch gets banned a lot. Loki gets banned a lot. Iron Fist gets banned a lot. Those are like the top bans. And then it's like Hela, Frost, I would say, as like the highest bans, right? So if Loki gets banned, it's mostly like Luna, Rocket. But Luna's just always good. Always good. Rocket is arguably the best support in the game right now. Arguably the best support in the game. It's not even close. The reason why Rocket's so good is he either is bugged right now, where his right click bot will double burst, right? So right now they changed his right click so with the first time it hits somebody, it burst heals them, right? No, it is arguably. A lot of you guys are saying, no, it's not arguably. It is arguably. Let me get there. It is arguably. Let me finish though. The reason why it's arguably is because, actually, let me finish my first thought. If that's not a bug and it's a feature, people have already started to learn how to bounce it off their teammates, so he gets a double heal, and so it's like really heavy burst and it's AoE, which is insane. The only thing is they nerfed his survivability with his movement, but that wasn't like enough to like kill him. It just makes him a little bit harder to survive versus like dive, but it's still doable. What makes it arguably the best support in the game is I'm going to teach you a little high level trick. Okay. Here is something that the Rocket underground society doesn't want you to know. Okay. Lean in. Don't tell them I told you this. Shoot the ult. Break it. Shoot it. It is extremely simple to break. It's extremely easy as long as it's not just one person, okay? Don't forget, okay? A lot of times when people ult, they ult match. So like if they Luna ult, you Luna ult, right? With Rockets, if one rocket ults and your rocket ults, don't forget you also get a 25% damage boost. So you're doing more damage, and you can shoot their rocket thing first and kill it, right? Boom, 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 right? And so you kill their rocket ult before yours dies, and then you get to steamroll them. Really bad players and bad teams don't shoot the rocket ult, and it gets immense value. It's insane how much value it gets. You shoot it, it dies, and oh my god, it's the easiest way. That's why Luna Loki is still really good, because Luna Loki, you can't kill them during their ults, right? Like, you're not killing Luna through her ults, you're not killing Loki through his ult, other than like Mag ult and a couple other things, right? Regardless, so you get what I'm saying. Like, overall, like, you don't typically kill Luna in ult. It's very rare, right? So the ult will last the full 12 seconds. You follow what you picking up when I'm stepping in, you know? Rocket, though, you kill it for kind of quick. It catches their team off guard. They're playing aggressive because they think they have a support ult. Boom, you turn the fight on them and you roll them. I think as people start to learn how to play against Rocket more, he might drop. I think he'll still be S. I think he'll be close to S, but I think Luna Loki could potentially re-overtake him. That's my early thoughts, right? Mantis. Mantis, I think, is okay. Again, kind of like a triple support. Like, you play like the Adam Mantis third support thing. You know what? I take it back, actually. I take it back. If I'm going to leave Invis in A, which I'm going to do, I need to do this. And the reason I need to do that is because I'm going to put Cloak in A. And the reason why Cloak is in A is because if they don't have a Magneto, Cloak actually feasts. Like, Cloak and Dagger feasts if there's no Magneto. If there's a Magneto, you're cooked. But Mantis is still good, right? Mantis is still very, very good. You just, like, want to have the full team up. And I think this is, like, typically when you bump into stacks, right? If you get the Adam Mantis third support, it's actually kind of broken. Like, it's just so good. But in ranked, you just don't get that often because you don't have coordination. But I still think, like, this is, like, I actually don't even feel like I should put this in B. I feel like it should be even higher, if I'm completely honest to you. Also, hey, for the future, hey, I saw you skip to the end. Go back, bitch. Hey, go back to the beginning. Watch the whole thing. Anyways, obviously it's gonna be like, everyone's gonna have a different opinion on like who's at the top, who's at the bottom. But the reason why there's this many up here is I think they're all very viable in their own separate ways, and they're all strong. So I'm not gonna just put them lower just to make the list look more even, right? Like, that just, I feel like that's stupid. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I think I should keep it in terms of what is powerful, right? And then I also gave you nuance the entire way through. So if you're one of those people who is like, oh my god, I don't like how everyone's up there, tough shit, go back and actually watch how each one was explained, because each one is different, right? Like, Torch is really strong, but he's getting permabanned every game, right? Hela, still one of the most consistent, strong DPS in the entire game. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not going to put him any lower. But they're not as good as Torch because they're not getting banned every single game, right? Star-Lord, good example. Not going to get banned every single game. Almost never gets banned at all. But he's one of those characters you can pick every single game and do very fucking well and have a lot of impact. So it's still going to be an S tier, right? That's why nuance is important for all of these. The placing isn't really what matters. It's the thought process behind the placing and also where everybody sits on the list together. That's what you should take away from tier lists. I feel like people hone in on the letter way too much, and maybe it's partly because of school. You know, like when you grew up in school, like you get an A, that's good. You got an F, that sucks. But like, you know, there's a difference between A and B is not as big as you might think it is. You know what I mean? Like, there might be just like small differences, but like the bottom of B and the top of A are like light years apart, right? Because in school, an 80, at least in American grading system, an 80 is a B minus and 100 is an A plus, right? Unless your school didn't have pluses, I guess. But that's a big difference. That's 20 points, right? But that's also A versus B. It's not a big difference. They look right next to each other, which is why more nuance is also important when you look at something like this. If you just hardcore react, go, I don't like it being in that rank, I'm sorry, I can't take you seriously. You know what I mean? But there you go. There's your list. Your season 2 far too early tier list.